the ongoing series of Art of Being Happy. Today we will be talking on idea of well-being and happiness. Now the contents what we are going to cover is the introduction to the well-being, followed by social well-being, emotional well-being, spiritual well-being, the World Health Organization definition of well-being, the complex combinations and its relationship with happiness, societal well-being and its policies, followed by the well-being in education, promoting the student well-being, and what about the workplace, promoting of the well-being in the older adults and the balancing with the digital life and the well-being, and we all are struggling with the technological changes which are changing with the blink of an eye. So what impact it has on the overall the wellness of an individual we will be talking. And then we'll also be talking about the well-being assessment and the measurement. So let's get ball rolling. The introduction to well-being. Well-being is a concept that holds the significant importance in the Indian culture and society. It encompasses the various dimensions of an individual's life, including physical, mental, emotional, social and spiritual aspects. Now when you talk about India, there are several examples which exemplify the diverse aspects of well-being and the ways they are integrated into the lives of its people. Yes, we are talking about the physical wellness. Physical well-being and the wellness in India is often associated with the practice like yoga and Ayurveda. Yoga, originating from ancient Indian philosophy, focuses on achieving the harmony between the body and the mind through physical postures, breath control and meditation. It not only promotes the flexibility, strength and the overall physical wealth. Ayurveda, the Indian system of medicine, emphasizes the balance of bodily energies, diet and the lifestyle for maintaining a good health. Now let us talk about the mental well-being in detail. Mental well-being in India is deeply rooted in spiritual practices and the mindfulness. The meditation and mindful techniques such as vipassana and transcendental meditation, they have been prevalent in Indian culture for centuries. Now these practices aim at cultivate the inner peace, clarity of mind and emotional stability. They are often into daily routines or retreats, allowing individuals to nurture their mental well-being. Now emotional well-being in India finds expression in various cultures, practices and the rituals. The festivals like Diwali, Holi and Navratri involve vibrant celebrations followed by music, dance and of course the social gatherings. Now these events, it creates a joy, it creates a sense of togetherness, it creates the emotional connectedness amongst the people. The traditional art forms like classical dance, music and theatre, they also serve as the outlets for the emotional expression and catharsis. Now social well-being in India is deeply ingrained in the fabric of its communities. The concept of seva or selfless service is prevalent, where individuals actively contribute to society through the acts of kindness, charity and volunteering. Now many Indians engage in philanthropic activities, support the educational initiatives and participate in community development programs, forecasting a sense of belonging and social cohesion. Now spiritual well-being holds immense significance in Indian culture with diverse religious and philosophical traditions. For example, pilgrimage to sacred sites like Varanasi, Amritsar, Rishikesh, they are undertakes as spiritual journey to seek spiritual awakening and enlightenment. Now the practices such as prayer, meditation, chanting and the particular religious rituals. They provide individuals with a sense of purpose, the inner peace and connection to a higher power. So we can say that well-being in India encompasses a rich tapestry of the physical, mental, emotional, social and spiritual elements. From practices like yoga and Ayurveda to cultural celebrations, the social service and the spiritual pursuits, the Indian context, it offers a wide array of examples that reflect the holistic nature of well-being in the lives of its people. Now these practices and traditions, they play a very vital role in promoting the individuals and the collective well-being, fostering a harmonious and a balanced way of life. Now let's see what social well-being is all about. The social well-being is a crucial aspect of overall well-being, emphasizing the importance of individual feelings, a sense of belonging to a community, and actively contributing to society. Now, in the Indian context, this concept finds ample expressions through various cultural practices, community initiatives, and some case studies. So, one prominent example of the social well-being in India is the concept of Gram Panchayats or Gram Councils. So, they are the local self-governing bodies that exist in the rural areas, composed of elected representatives who works towards the well-being and the development of their respective villages. Now, Gram Panchayats, they facilitate the community engagement, decision making and implementation of development projects. So, another Indian case study highlighting the social well-being is a self-help group, which we call it as SHG movements. Now, SHG are small, voluntary association of individuals, usually a woman, who come together to promote the savings, access the credits and engage in incoming and the income generating activities. Now, these groups not only empower the woman economically, but they also provide a support network and a sense of humor. So, through regular meetings and the collective decision making, the self-help groups enhance the social connections, now build social capital and promote the social inclusivity. So, basically, the midday meal scheme, we talk about a midday meal scheme. So, midday meal scheme in India is an exemplary case of social well-being. It actually focuses on improving the educational outcomes and also a child nutrition. Now, this government initiatives provide free meals to school students, ensuring that they receive at least one nutritious meal a day. Now, apart from addressing the issue of the child hunger, the program also boosts some social attendance. It also encourages the social interactions amongst the students and contribute to their overall development. Now, additionally, there are various religious and cultural festivals in India. They play a very significant role in promoting the social well-being. The festivals like Durga Puja, Ganesh Chaturthi, Eid ul Fitr, they bring communities together, fostering a sense of unity, celebration and a social cohesion. Now, these occasions, they serve as a platform for cultural exchange, collective participation and strengthening the social bonds within. So, we can say that the social well-being in India, it encompasses a range of initiatives and practices that emphasize the community engagement, contribution to society and nurturing of the social connections. The case studies mentioned above and which what we have discussed, they highlight a significance of the various village councils self-help groups, the government schemes and the cultural festivals in promoting the social well-being. So by fostering a sense of belonging, the active participation and the social cohesion, now these are exemplary examples which have a positive impact of the social well-being on individuals and communities in the context of India. Now, emotional well-being, they not only refer to a state of feeling good, but also experiencing some positive emotions and being satisfied with the life. Now, it encompasses an individual's ability to effectively manage and regulate their emotions and cultivate the positive relationships and also maintain a sense of contentment. Now, the Indian context, there are several cases which exemplify the significance of emotional well-being and its impact on individuals and communities. Now, one notable Indian case study that highlights the emotional well-being is the Art of Living Foundation, founded by Sri Sri Ravi Shankar. Now, this organization, it offers the various programs and the workshops which are focused on stress reduction, emotional resilience and the overall mental well-being. Now, through these practices such as Sudarshan Kriya, a rhythmic breathing technique, meditation and the yoga practices, and participants, they learn to manage their emotions, find the inner peace and enhance their overall emotional well-being. Another case study is the happiness curriculum implemented in Delhi Government School. Now, this curriculum developed by Dalai Lama Center for Ethics and Transformation Values of MIT, it aims to nurture the emotional well-being of students by integrating the mindfulness, meditation and social emotional learning into their education. Now, it provides the students with a tool to cope with the stress, build the positive relationships and develop a healthy mindset, ultimately contributing to their overall emotional well-being. Now, the concept of seva, cafes in India, it also promotes the emotional well-being by fostering a culture of gratitude, empathy and compassion. Now, seva cafes are volunteer-run, eateries where the customers are encouraged to pay what they feel their meal is worth, and they have the option to volunteer their time or resources. Now, these spaces, they create an environment of generosity. It creates an environment of happiness. It creates the environment of kindness and also promoting certain positive emotions and a sense of fulfillment among both the patents and the volunteers. Now, furthermore, the concept of laughter clubs initiated by Dr. Madan Kataria, they showcase the role of positive emotions in the emotional well-being. The laughter clubs involve the laughter exercises which are known to release the endorphins, reduce the stress and of course improve the overall emotional health and the well-being. Now, these clubs have gained the popularity in India, bringing people together to engage in laughter therapies and experience the most positive effects of humor and a joy on the emotional well-being. So, we could say that the emotional well-being in India is supported by initiatives like Art of Living Foundation, the happiness curriculum in schools, the seva cafes and the laughter clubs, and the list is not exhaustive. These are some important case studies which we have discussed. So, these case studies, they actually demonstrate the importance of cultivating the positive emotions, the managing stress, the nurturing social connectedness, and for individuals overall emotional well-being. Now coming on to, by providing some tools and environmentals that promote the emotional resilience. Now these initiatives, they contribute to create a very happier and a fulfilled society. Now coming on to a very pertinent topic called spiritual well-being. The spiritual well-being, it encompasses the feeling of connection to a higher power, a sense of meaning or a purpose, and experiencing the peace or transcendence. In Indian context, the spiritual holds deep significance, and several case studies which illustrate the various facets of spiritual well-being. One remarkable Indian case study is Kumbh Mela, a massive Hindu pilgrimage and the festival that takes place every 12 years. The Kumbh Mela attract millions of devotees and gather at the banks of sacred rivers to take a ritual bath, seeking the spiritual purification and divine blessings. Now this particular event, it fosters a sense of spiritual connection, providing individuals with an opportunity to deepen their faith, experience transcendence, and find the solace in their beliefs. Now another significant example of spiritual well-being in India is the practice of Vipassana meditation. Vipassana, which means the insight, it is a meditation technique taught by late S.N. Goenka. A 10-day Vipassana retreats are held in various centers across India, where participants, they learn to observe their bodily sensations, and they also help in developing the mindfulness. Now the practice aims to bring individuals closer to the truth of their existence, promote a self-discovery, and cultivate the inner peace and the spiritual growth. The practice aims to bring individuals closer to the truth of their existence, promote a self-discovery, and cultivate the inner peace and also a spiritual growth. Now coming on to the next case study, the Golden Temple, also known as Harmandir Sahib in Amritsar, Punjab. It represents the spiritual well-being in Sikhism, which is popularly known as Sri Harmandir Sahib. The Golden Temple is the holistic shrine for Sikhs and serves as a place of worship and community service. People from all walks of life, regardless of their religious backgrounds, they visit the Golden Temple to seek the spiritual solace, engage in selfless service called seva, and experience a sense of peace, unity, and connection with the divine. Now coming on to another important case study. Yes, we are talking about the teachings of Swami Vivekananda. Furthermore, the teachings of spiritual leader called Swami Vivekananda have had a profound impact on the spiritual well-being in India. Swami Vivekananda emphasized the harmony of different religions and pursuit of self-realization. His teachings and philosophy, it continue to inspire the individuals to explore their spiritual dimensions, find a meaning in life, and develop a deeper understanding of their purpose in the world. So we can say that spiritual well-being in India finds expression through the events like Kumbh Mela, practices such as Vipassana meditation, sacred sites like Golden Temple, and the teachings of spiritual leaders like Swami Vivekananda. Now these case studies, what do they highlight? They actually highlight the significance of spiritual connections. It actually highlights the inner peace, it actually highlights the sense of purpose. It also basically the connection of all these things, they have a deep connection with the happiness. It also helps in promoting the individual spiritual well-being. So we can say that by engaging in these practices and embracing the spiritual beliefs, individuals in India, they find the avenues for growth, for doing the introspection and a profound connection with something greater, something bigger, which we call it as divine, and of course the inner journey, that is with their own self. So we can say that all these activities what we have seen today about the different facets of life, like Vivekananda, Kumbha, they are all promoting the tools and the environment that they promote the emotional resilience. So these initiatives, they contribute to creating a very happier and a very fulfilled life. So we talk about the spiritual well-being. So basically we have covered the encompassing of the purpose for which we are living and experiencing a peace, and of course it holds a deep significance what we are talking about today by highlighting few case studies which we have done, like Kumbh Mela, which is taking place after every 12 years with a massive gathering of divine purification, divine blessings, spiritual purifications, etc. So these events, they not only have a spiritual connection but also providing an individual with an opportunity to deepen their faith, for a self journey, and also about solace of their blessings from divine. So basically these practices, they aim for the individual closeness to their existence, a self discovery, and cultivate the inner peace. So Golden Temple visit also does this. The teaching of Swami Vivekananda also does this. So eventually we can say that these case study, they highlight the significance of spiritual connections, inner peace, and a sense of purpose in promoting the individual's spiritual well-being. Thank you so much.